Aries, player one. With the node in your sign aspecting Pluto, with Mars now in the 7th house, you are literally walking up to people and activating them. Just boop, your turn. Boop, your turn. My storyline, your turn. Speak, tell me what I need to know, and off you go. Taurus, there is some beautiful energy in the way that you are progressing. You are walking up to people and progressing them forward. It's like they have to come to you to get the information they need to move forward. So expect knocks on the door, expect lots of phone calls and lots of messages. Gemini, you're going to be stalled, you're going to be blocked. There's going to be some sort of agitation because this is a checkpoint for you. You can't take all the baggage you've been carrying. You have to leave some behind. I would do a moral inventory if I were you, especially in regards to the stuff that you've been confronted with since the fall of last year when Mars went retrograde in your sign. Leo, you have been tested. You'll know if you passed or failed. So you have you have already done the test, and now it's about seeing if you passed it inside. You'll know on the internal. Cancer, you're being reconnected. You're being aligned again with that confidence that your emotional intuition is exactly on point and always is. You're going to get a lot of confirmation. Leo, just so you know, you're going to see Cancer kind of take over that royal role. So you two really need to get comfortable with each other. Virgo, you're Sergeant Major right now. I think you already know that, and you've always known that, but you expect for others to start to recognize that, okay? Libra, Forward Edge Lieutenant. Yes, I know I'm using a lot of militant ways, but that's because we are in spiritual warfare. So military tactics are at play. This is psychic warfare. Shout out to Clutch. So Libra, Forward Edge Lieutenant, you are going to take a lot of that battle, but you totally have the ability to do it. You're going to be fine, and you were made for this. Scorpio, you're the forecaster. People are coming to you to get an idea of how the outcomes are going to go and battle strategy. So be okay with that. Be comfortable with keeping your door open a little bit more. You don't have to talk about your own self. This is about your vision, okay? Speaking of vision, Sagittarius, you're on recon. This is where you're going to be collecting a lot of data. You're going to be searching for a lot of information. You need to be patient with the process, okay? You're not going to get all the answers at once. It's very important that you just let things come in, put your feelers out there, and be patient. Capricorn, Creative Engineer, Battle Strategist 101. You are definitely coming up with the insight on what to do and how things are going to play out. The calculation. With that 29 degree, 28 degree now, and it moving backwards, Pluto retrograde in its last edge of your sign, you've seen enough that you have the experience to advise. So I highly recommend that you let yourself speak up. Move on to the podium, tap the mic, say what you know. Aquarius, you're the antagonist. You're supposed to be the devil's advocate here, so let yourself do that. It's never really hard for Aquarius to do that, but I need you to be more comfortable with being heard this time, okay? You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to remind people when they are falling back into sheep's lines, because sheeps go to slaughter. I know a lot of people think they just get their wool cut, but people eat lamb meat all the time. Pisces. Resistance training. Saturn is working for you. Saturn is being aspected by this new moon loosely. I need you to be comfortable teaching people how to say no by speaking it for yourself. This is the time where you stopped people pleasing and you started focusing on yourself. This is about foundations, new foundations, foundations that are going to last. You may have had an idea of what you wanted back in February when we saw this initially, this energy, but now you know where the weak spots are. So it's time to work on resistance training. Fill the gaps. Get comfortable with the idea that you don't always know what's going to come, and let go of what didn't fit. All right, guys, that is your new moon. I hope that's been helpful. Again, if you need any readings, I'm Astro Bree. New moon is popping. September 15th, 2023, I have titles for each of the signs. We are dispelling illusions that we have ourselves decided to incorporate, and we are watching society burn big time. There's a lot of reasons for this. There's a lot of alignment for this, and the particulars are, you know, beautiful. Pluto's going to square the nodes. It has been squaring the nodes. It's coming into a tight aspect. We're seeing the new moon making a direct opposition to Neptune retrograde. Neptune controls that, like, ability to just accept things and move things. But when Neptune goes retrograde like this, and Pluto and Neptune have been working together for decades, when these things happen at the same time, when we have these two planets working at the same time, we watch what the consequences are to those illusions having stood up once they're dispelled. And that's really what's happening. We're going to see some serious shifts. So I have titles and I have responsibilities for each of the signs. Here we go.